I just wanted to welcome everybody for this very special week. It's one of the what I call the highlight week of the year, and we have put together a very nice agenda. The purpose of the program is about bringing design and business thinking together for value creation.
The innovation process that happens on the business world and the innovation process through the design world can emerge together to create a really entrepreneurial way of looking at creativity and approaching business.
We can't operate in a vacuum as designers. We really need to understand business drivers in the businesses we work in. We need to be able to speak the language of business. We need to be able to communicate with business type people.
This relationship is really grounded on the idea of sharing each other's languages.
Designers aren't particularly linear. We work in a very iterative, sort of circular fashion. MBAs and business people tend to want to be fairly straightforward and linear. And we've got to find a middle ground where we can get them talking and communicating.
You see the difference in the business classes where the design students are involved. They just bring this extra piece of creativity, and they've got amazing presentation skills and just help really the business students weave that story into their presentation.
So your task is to try and figure out how to communicate what you do to someone who doesn't speak your language. And these someones are designers. So, in this first phase, I want you to do the following. Tell us what is INSEAD without using words. In this first phase, however, you want to try and use words to get to the core of what the INSEAD experience is all about. You have 5 minutes for this. You want to discuss within your team what the core, one singular thing is that you're going to try to communicate to us when this workshop is done. What is INSEAD?
We started this program in 2005, but the initial idea really started before I actually came to INSEAD in the early 2000s, when Heinrich Baumann, who was an INSEAD alum, graduated in '72, and also a board member of the Board of Trustees at the Art Center, gave some initial funding at INSEAD to start this collaboration with the Art Center. So that, I think, is where it really started.
But we really value the ability to send students into this business environment at INSEAD, be an MBA student for a couple of terms, and really understand truly what it's like to be a creative in that kind of culture, in that business culture. And how can you take your process as a designer and actually lead a team through a specific idea.
I've been coming to appreciate how difficult but important is to teach how to integrate these two worlds, how to integrate design and business design. It's not trivial.
I can't imagine any other opportunity that people have to be in, in 1 week we get to visit 10 or 11, 12 companies, behind closed doors, the studios, the whole innovation process. I mean, there's no other opportunity in life that gives you this kind of exposure.
And I think what's really interesting is we're starting to see some of our alumni that have gone through this program start some new businesses or show great leadership in design management.
One of our INSEAD students started a business, a telecommunication business, based on an idea that was developed in that course. His name is Frank Drummond, and he became a serial entrepreneur, even though he went to INSEAD originally to get some training on management of hospitals.
So we're seeing what's happening, whether they're in the Singapore campus or whether they're in the campus in Fontainebleau, that these students, because of their interaction together, are actually taking this stuff into the real world. It's not just an academic experiment anymore. What we're seeing is what they're learning together and launching new businesses. And I think we're going to see a lot more of that in the future.
You need the input from designers as well as the input from business. And that's what this program brings together. Designers from the Art Center and business minds from INSEAD.